Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video we will talk about 10 worst cities to move to in Florida. However, before we start our countdown, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. So let's get started. Number 10. Orlando. Imagine living in Florida and stepping outside every morning to the sun, the sound of ocean waves lapping on the shore, and a crowd of tourists. If you live in Orlando, you might experience this on a daily. Considered the most touristy city in Florida, if you're looking to move to the Sunshine State to experience a peaceful beach life and hang with the locals, you might want to look elsewhere. But even if you can deal with throngs of tourists, if you're looking for a low cost of living, you might want to steer clear of Orlando. Number 9. Tampa. If you're looking at making a move to Florida, you're probably envisioning spending your days lying on the beach, soaking in the sun. But what if I told you that there was a place in Florida that experiences thunderstorms nearly 1 out of every 4 days? You might not believe me, but it's true. That place is the city of Tampa. The World Meteorological Organization listed it as having one of the highest percent of days with thunderstorms out of anywhere in the US. And if you don't have a car, forget about trying to get to any beach at all because Tampa is frequently rated poorly when it comes to its public transportation. Number 8. Panama City. Most people probably don't describe Florida as an ugly place to live, but they might when it comes to Panama City. One of the least picturesque places to live in the state, this city of a little over 32,000 residents was recently rated the ugliest city in Florida. The irony is that Panama City is right down the street from similarly named Panama City Beach, which is a quaint little resort town. But Panama City is nowhere near as aesthetically pleasing as its neighbor. However, it's not ranked as being ugly because of trash on the streets or tons of freeways. Violent crime here is high, and it's considered more dangerous than 97% of cities in America. Number 7. Miami. While Miami can be a fun place to visit, we don't recommend looking at it as a place to move. Given current inflation, most of us are looking for ways to reduce our spending, not increase it. And if you're looking to cut back on your budget, we recommend that you stay as far away from Miami as possible. 24/7 Wall Street recently reported that Miami is the most expensive city to live in the entire state of Florida. The cost of living in Miami was found to be a whopping 10% more expensive than the US average. The median rent and home prices were also found to be significantly higher than the national median. While nationally, the price of a home is about 3-4 times the median household income. For instance, in Miami, it's 8 times the median income. Number 6. Key West. Did you know that Key West is one of the most hurricane-prone cities in Florida, with a population of almost 27,000? Residents here face a 16% chance of being struck by a hurricane every year. And while that's on par with other cities like Miami, what makes Key West more dangerous when it comes to hurricane season is the fact that its maximum elevation is only 18 feet above sea level. By contrast, Miami's highest elevation point is 42 feet above sea level. Doom and gloom aside, Key West does have a lot in its favor, like natural beauty and a tight community feel. But given its track record as one of the most hurricane-prone cities in Florida, we vote that you might want to look elsewhere. Number 5. Monticello. Monticello is the only city in Jefferson County, which is considered the third most rural county in Florida. The county is so rural, it doesn't even have traffic signals. However, we're not telling you not to move here because there aren't traffic lights. Instead, we're considering it one of the worst places to live in Florida, primarily because of how poorly its school district ranks. This city of a little over 7,000 is part of the worst-rated school district in the state of Florida. Only 19% of the school's children are reading at proficiency, so if you're looking to start a family, or maybe you have one already, you probably don't want to live in Monticello. In addition to its poorly rated schools, Monticello has a C+ on niche in its crime and safety category. This also doesn't exactly make it a family-friendly spot to settle down in. No visit to Monticello City would be complete without exploring its top attractions. The famous Hideout Golf Club is a favorite among golf enthusiasts, offering sweeping views of the surrounding Red Rock canyons and challenging fairways for players of all skill levels. Number 4. Florida City. Despite its appealing name, Florida City is marred by a harsh reality that diverges from the idyllic image often associated with the state. Positioned as one of the state's most precarious urban areas, it grapples with daunting crime rates and pervasive poverty, casting a shadow over its picturesque backdrop. With an average of 3 homicides annually and a population of approximately 12,000, Florida City's streets are plagued by violence, instilling fear and unease among its inhabitants. While seemingly modest, this statistic assumes alarming proportions when considering the city's relatively small size, underscoring the magnitude of its safety concerns. Moreover, property crime compounds the city's woes, with a staggering 5,555 incidents per 100,000 residents, leaving residents vulnerable to theft and vandalism. Such rampant criminal activity not only jeopardizes the safety and security of individuals, but also undermines community cohesion and economic vitality. The pervasive poverty gripping Florida City exacerbates these challenges, with a staggering 31% of its residents ensnared in the throes of financial hardship. This economic instability renders homeownership an elusive dream for many, forcing them to contend with exorbitant rental costs that further strain their already precarious financial situations. In the face of these formidable obstacles, Florida City finds itself at a crossroads, grappling with the urgent imperative to address systemic issues and uplift its residents. Efforts to combat crime, alleviate poverty, and promote affordable housing are paramount to revitalizing the city and fostering a brighter, more promising future for all its inhabitants. Number 3. Fort Walton Beach. As we discussed earlier, if you're looking to move to Florida, we can guess that you probably have at least some interest in beach life. If that's the case, we advise you to avoid Fort Walton Beach. This city of about 21,000 is home to Garnier's Beach, which has frequently been rated one of the dirtiest beaches in Florida. That's because Garnier's Beach has regular health advisories due to high levels of dangerous bacteria in the water. The bacteria found here has been known to cause infections and diseases in humans and comes from, wait for it, human sewage. Are you grossed out yet? Yes, Fort Walton Beach does have decent public schools and reasonable home prices, but we're advising against moving here because it lacks the one thing that every Floridian should have: a clean, safe beach. Number 2, Opa-locka. Although less common in today's age, given the uptick in remote work, many people move cities in search of a new job opportunity. If you fall into that category, there are many places we recommend that you consider. However, Opa-locka is not one of those places. This town of 17,000 may be one of the worst places to look for a job. That's because Opa-locka has an unemployment rate of 10.5%. That's way above the national unemployment rate of 3.7%, and means that the chances of getting a job here are slim to none. In addition, Opa-locka has a poverty rate of 44%, and crime is well above the state average. And if you're looking to raise a family, that's even more reason to stay away. Public schools are poorly rated, and homes are overpriced, given the median income here. Number 1, Lake City. Lake City tops our list because it is widely considered to be the most dangerous city in Florida. Violent crime here is 1547 per 100,000 residents, compared to 384 per 100,000 residents at the state level. In other words, Lake City has over 4 times the violent crime rate as the average rate statewide. In addition to violent crime, property crime is also high here at 42 per 1,000 residents. Given that the entire population of Lake City is only about 12,500, it seems like your neighbors probably won't be the most trustworthy people. But it's not just crime that makes Lake City top our list as one of the worst places to live in Florida. That's over double the national level, which is currently at 3.7%. While public schools here are ranked slightly higher than the state average, and being in Florida, the weather is pretty solid year-round. And there you have it, folks, the 10 worst cities to move to in Florida. From high crime rates to struggling economies, these cities have a lot to consider before deciding to relocate. We hope this list has provided you with valuable insights into some of the challenges facing these communities and helps you make informed decisions about where to live in the Sunshine State. So this was our today's video. I hope you all liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and also share it with your friends and family. We will be back soon with a new video. Till then, keep supporting and take care.